let's do this. Let's start this. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Lovesick girls. I'd like to think that I am experienced when it comes to bullet journaling. I have been on the community for about 4 years, give or take, and have experimented so much to know what works for me and what doesn't. But as you can probably tell with just a quick search on Pinterest, the stakes are high. Most people who currently journal have such incredible artistic spreads, original ideas, trackers for every single thing you can imagine, and designs that make you feel insecure. It's not a bad thing, of course not. Journaling is a creative outlet for so many people. I personally couldn't care less about what my journal looks like. I mean, that's why I post it online. But I do get doubts whenever I'm scrolling through my Instagram feed. Should I add more decoration next time? Should I plan my spreads in advance? Should I do this? Should I do that? It's exhausting even if you don't give further thought to it like me. This is probably why I decided to make this video. To go 1 week with my bullet journal as originally proposed by its creator, writer Carol. Now, if you go online and look him up, there's nothing about him on the front page really, except that he was born in Vienna and all of his family tree is full of famous people, and of course, the start of the dish, his revolutionary bullet journal method. He's got a website where his description says that he is a digital product designer, but all in all, he created the bullet journal method. That's his brand. There are only 2 videos on his YouTube channel. One where he introduces you to the bullet journal method, and then a 40-second video about what to do if you don't have a pen holder. There's also this featured TED Talk that he gave at Yale, which is very, very interesting, and I really recommend you watch it. I'm gonna have it in the cards, and I'm also gonna be having it in the description below so that you can check it out whenever you want. He then made a separate channel named Only Bullet Journal after his method took off. He makes a lot of videos on the basic stuff about bullet journaling and the do's and the don'ts. He also released a book last year called The Bullet Journal Method, which I'm trying to study a little bit so that I can try to optimize my own system, and that's basically what this video is going to be about. Why is my hair not cooperating today? Really, all I wanted was to experience the minimalistic bullet journal method. All of this writer Carol shit is basically pulled out of my ass. I'm so extra. I like doing my research. But anyway, what is different from my bullet journal setup and minimalist, writer Carol-esque bullet journal setups? Well, first, I will implement a lot of lettering into my spreads because otherwise it kind of looks a little empty. I also add a lot of decor, pictures, stickers, washi tape, just so that it doesn't look as empty and it's more eye-catching, especially for pictures. But also it looking pretty, I can just stare at it all fucking day. You have no idea how long I've stared at my Jonghyun spread. My key has changed a lot because I can't decide on a definite system, so I've been using writer Carol's for a while, the whole migrating thing and crossing out the tasks. Also triangle for events. I actually quite like it. I don't think I'm letting go of it. Last but not least, the way that I plan things, I usually do not have any time to do whatever I want. I spoke about this with my therapist. I realized that giving myself 4 to 7 tasks a day is not realistic, especially when my days are so chaotic and sporadic. Daily tasks work the same way for me as a child being raised by TV. It seems fun and legit at first, and the process is such a blast, but in the end, I just realized how inept I am to follow instructions realistically. In order to adjust, I just did a weekly master list of all the things that I wanted to get done by the end of the week. Not necessarily meaning or implying that I would finish one task in one sitting. My ideal day is actually a spread that I made on my bullet journal. My ideal productive day consists of waking up at 7 a.m., having my breakfast and my morning routine by 9 a.m., work in Pomodoro lapses throughout the morning until 1 p.m., help my mom with lunch and eat until 3 p.m., have my mandatory reading hour 4 to 5, then work from 5 to about 7 or 8 p.m., and have the rest of the night to do whatever I want to do for myself, and have a bedtime of about 10 or 11 p.m. This, of course, is not happening to me. So instead of setting myself this daily routine, I've just gone from my weekly goals to, for example, saying I want to get this done tomorrow. I want to get filming done today. I want to start editing tomorrow. I want to finish my literature packet today. So I'm going to do 1 hour of literature in the morning, and I'm going to try to start the PowerPoint. Then before my driving lessons, I'm going to do some writing on script of the video, and then after my writing lessons, I am going to film the headshots for the video or the stock footage. And right before I go to bed, since I want to do a review on this book to movie adaptation, I'll watch the movie and make notes right before my bedtime. That way I actually do my tasks in timestamps that feel natural to me, instead of just trying to stick to a really unrealistic routine that I'm just not used to. I didn't write my tasks in order of importance, but rather by urgency, as stated in the bullet journal method by writer Carol. I'm homeschooled, so essentially nothing is due, but I've tried to put the tasks that I've set myself closer deadlines to at the very top of the list, so that I know that these are the ones that I want to complete before anything else. I get very anxious and overwhelmed easily, and when I overwork myself, in my own extension of the word, I get burnt out. So I basically get depressed because I did way too much and I bit off more than I could chew. I believe I'm still recovering from the very, very stressful period of online classes that I had at the beginning of the year, and it's sort of PTSD to stress myself out by giving myself too much to do and too many tasks to complete in a day, because honestly I had so many mental breakdowns on the amount of projects and the amount of homework that I had during the online class period. I'm working on getting used to gradually increasing my workload every day, and it's something that I've, as I already said in the video earlier, been talking to my therapist about, and she agrees that it's something that I should take step by step and little by little if I do want to increase productivity, and I should wait until it's become a habit before I increase my workload. I think readjusting my bullet journal system to how my life is going right now is a top priority for me to get my life together again, and just to reinstate myself back to society after this pandemic. As I get used to the system that I'm implementing into my bullet journal, I will attempt to make it prettier, to have more decoration in it, make it a little more organized. It's honestly a mess right now. It's just a list of tasks, and then on the sidebar there is my events, and that's it. Like, it doesn't even have a line separating both sections, I guess. I like the way that it's a mess right now, because it kind of does reflect how my life is and how I feel at the moment. And I've been trying to do like my mood trackers, my productive trackers. I've been slowly reinstating my habits, and I think I've been doing pretty well. I think that reading is also helping me get my life together. Anyway, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. This is just like a little thing that I decided to make, because I know that a lot of people are struggling currently. I have a really rough identity issue thing right now, and that's something I have to work as well. Next week, expect the Count of Monte Cristo review as well as the movie adaptation reviews. There's something that I've been wanting to do, which is actually make a series of reviewing Count of Monte Cristo adaptations, because I looked at the Wikipedia page and there's a lot. Well, there's manga, there's J-dramas, multiple TV shows, and multiple movies, and a lot of them Japanese, and I think that's a very strange coincidence. There's also a lot of books inspired by the Count of Monte Cristo. There's Monte Cristo's daughter, Monte Cristo's son, Monte Cristo's wife, after the Count of Monte Cristo. There's a bunch of shit that I really want to get through, because this is my favorite book of all time currently, and I feel like that's never gonna change. So stay tuned for a lot of Count of Monte Cristo related content. So I've updated my studying routine to my homeschooling sessions, and I have spoken about this with my therapist, and she said that I've been doing great. So I would really love to share my updated note-taking system for homeschooling. I feel like whenever I share something of my life, it's because it's becoming something solid and it's becoming a routine. I really hope that you guys loved this video, and I really hope that it was something that you guys would love seeing more of, you know, just updates on how my bullet journal system reflects the chaotic mess of my life. If you want to see more content, I'll leave it over here. I'll leave several videos that you guys can watch that are similar to this one. I'm so tired, so I'm just gonna leave it at this.